Kyle the Pug.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kyle the Pug podcast show, episode number 17. This is on July 12th, 2020. We are recording on a Sunday, so if you guys are seeing this on YouTube, you can't catch, on the Twitch side. This will be uploaded on a Tuesday or Wednesday, more than likely Tuesday. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Twitch, thank you for tuning in to our latest episode. And there's not a lot of stuff going on, so it might be a little bit shorter than usual show, but like we always do with our group of people, we usually make things count where it is. So anyways, we have our usual suspects. We actually have quite the round table today. We got the whole crew with us on this episode. So Matthew, what's up, man? How you doing?
Like you did that. Matthew, what's up, man?
I wanted to, mix it up a little bit.
Man, and then he's waiting for the 98 at the end of it, but that's okay. It's going alright, man. Going alright. Just playing some free games from PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, you've been on that Rise of the Tomb Raider grind, so how's that going?
It's a good game, actually. I'm actually just trying to get used to the controls and thinking about streaming it, so I'm trying not to spoil the storyline for myself. But
you're going to try to stream it. Okay, I got you.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, that's definitely...
It's a good game. I highly recommend it while it's available for free. Definitely get it. It's definitely worth your download. A lot of great side missions and a pretty decent story. And as you know, for Rise of the Tomb Raider from the title, it's basically her ascension to the badass that she is to this day. Yeah,
like I said, I've never played any of the Tomb Raider games before, but I've always wanted to in the past, which I kind of, It's like I played more Uncharted than I have Tomb Raider, but it's kind of like the same thing though. It's just one hero's the male, the other heroes or the protagonist is a female. Laura Croft.
And Laura
obviously
knows that Laura doesn't get her ass handed to her all the time. She knows how to fight for herself, whereas Nathan Drake just basically gets by like he can fight people.
Yeah,
really
he just has like some semi-automatic weapons and fully automatic weapons just to help his case out.
and Sully too. He's got Sully.
Oh yeah.
Basically.
So, you've been playing anything else other than that? What's going on with you?
Waiting for Friday's servers to finally wake up, but we all know that's never going to happen.
How long has that been now? Isn't it like a week and a half, like 2 weeks now?
A week and a half, yeah. And I put some stuff in our DMs about that. I researched it and I lit them up on Twitter too, because
that's why I think it was yesterday. Yeah, I had like 20 Twitter notifications, and you were like 15 of them.
Yeah. I was determined to figure out what the hell is going on here, because the latest update they're saying we're still looking into this issue. It will be figured out. Like
how
6
are
or 7
they?
days
I was gonna say how is it that? I mean, I understand. I know the whole COVID-19.
Let's say that for the rest of the podcast, so we can actually jump right into it.
Yeah, I do want to touch up on that, but Penguin.
Yeah, there's a lot of story
Penguin jumps in. Say hello, Penguin. How are you doing? What you been up to? All that jazz.
Not much. Just back and forth between that Dead by Daylight grind to get the Crown's achievement, and of course back and forth with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, you're still on that Yu-Gi-Oh! Grind. You've been I've been seeing you. It's on your Switch, I think, right? Because I've seen you've been playing it over.
It's on my Switch. I've also got it on PlayStation, but it's Legacy of the Duelist, and it goes through each anime series from the first one to GX to 5Ds, every single one up to the latest one. I forgot what it's called. It's like
okay,
or something like that. And
okay.
You play as the main protagonist for one of the duels against the person they were fighting against, and
makes sense.
After you beat it, you can actually go back and play as the person they were fighting against the protagonist. So you can actually do it from both sides of the duel.
Okay, that pretty much sums it up. The whole Yu-Gi-Oh! Series in a nutshell.
Pretty much.
But yeah, just like the whole TV show. I mean, I remember. I think we discussed touched up on this last week. Didn't that come out? I would say apart from the whole season 0 crap, not crap, but didn't that come out in 2001, 2000 late 2000, early 2001, where
if I remember correctly, I think it was 2002 or something.
It was somewhere around there, yeah.
Is when the card game, I want to say, first came to America, and then shortly after that they that preceded or it's either preceded or followed the anime release in America.
Mm-hmm.
But at first it was one of those anime, which I know Matt hates anime, but
I wouldn't say I hate anime. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I'm with Matt though. I'm with Matt
But,
though. It's not my thing either, but I do know what it is.
Well, it's one of those anime where it was like, oh, we got an anime based around a card game. How enjoyable could it be? And I got hooked on it because like the story.
It got a
was
lot more
actually pretty damn
popular.
good.
It got a lot more popular than people realized way back then.
It was just, I think the storyline, that the way they worked it, to where it wasn't just a card game. It was like the card game was based in ancient Egypt. It could summon actual living spirits by going to a shadow realm. You had god cards.
Hocus
that were
pocus stuff.
Yeah, it's
Basically.
like. But
I mean,
they
I've
made it
seen
to
a
where the
few
card game,
episodes
yeah,
of it.
like-
It's alright. It was
made to where
alright.
the card game could decide the future of the Earth just by like, well, I can't do this unless I beat you in a duel, and I'm like, that's actually pretty cool how you work the card game around. Like, basically, heroes aren't doing like martial art moves and everything; they're just fighting with card characters.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a interesting twist. But like one of the other ones I like right now is Goblin Slayer. That's a pretty good one too.
Oh, okay. I got you. But so yeah, you have both. You have the game on both consoles.
So
Yeah,
I
so
might
you're just,
stream it one day just for the heck of it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, like I said, that's fine. You just gotta do you. Stream whatever you feel like, whatever makes you happy. But yeah, like I said, I remember seeing like the original Yu-Gi-Oh like a long time ago, and what was the I remember kind of seeing this on Twitter. What was the one with the motorcycles? Didn't they have like motorcycles in it too?
Yeah, that was Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. It was
Oh,
called
okay.
Speed Dueling.
Oh, okay. I
Where
remember
think
seeing
it's like
that.
every lap or something, because I never really got
Like-
into that one as much. But it's
Like-
kind of like every lap around the city or the dome or something gave them a speed token or something that they could use to summon magic cards or something like that.
Because I remember seeing it on Twitter, because it's like a little clip. It was like whoever made like the first turn around the corner would go first in a duel or something like that.
Yeah, it was like racing mixed with dueling, but they got like speed counters. And
It's
stuff
like
too.
NASCAR. Well, not really NASCAR, but like make a left turn here. But I mean, it kind of is like that though in a way. I mean, if I really think
Yeah,
about
I mean,
it.
it was all right for like an addition to the series, but the only thing I didn't like about it is I didn't like the racing aspect of it
Mm-hmm.
for some reason. To me, it just didn't feel like it fit. So when the following Yu-Gi-Oh series came out after that, they took the racing thing completely out because they're like nobody liked that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So-
Yeah, that makes sense. Because nobody, who would want to like dual cards like on motorcycles
Let's do
and
it.
vehicles?
All right, get on your bike.
Yeah, get on.
I mean,
Like
it's
nobody would
really-
want to do that.
Yeah, because like even then, for the duel, the bike had to have an autopilot. Otherwise, if you took your hands off to play a card, you were going to crash. So it made no sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, how would you even like do that anyways? Even in real life, yeah, that would cause a lot more crashes and more deaths than the coronavirus, for crying out loud. But okay. So what have I been up to? I've been working on a little bit of the backlog. I am still playing Oracle of Ages. That's a Legend of Zelda game for those who don't know. Matt's gonna insult me here in the next 5 seconds, as he always does. But I've just beat the 5th dungeon, which was the Crown Dungeon, which it was quite challenging, and there was a boss puzzle strategy because somebody told me, like I said, previous shows ago, that all the bosses were like puzzle based, and then the Oracle of Seasons, the other one, was like more combat mechanics. But I haven't played. I played a little bit of Seasons by working on Ages, just because Oracle of Ages, I'm doing it in like alphabetical order. I don't know, maybe I'm just like that. But yeah, Cloud Boss. Can't really remember the name of it, but it was. I had to use save states because that son of a bitch was really hard to beat. Because I had to use. You had to like see, like the cloud separates in like 2-3 different pieces, and you gotta assemble it back together though, because they're all like in like one certain like. One block, like one set of blocks are like moving around. How kind of like I'm really horrible at describing things. Like how there's like certain enemies like in dungeons that are like certain blocks. Like there's one set of blocks here, another set of blocks, you know, over in the middle, and there's one on the right. Well, all those enemies are on like all three of those sides, and there's an item called like the tile block where you gotta like connect like their paths, and you gotta like combine like the clouds like right next to each other. I don't know if I'm describing it correctly, but yeah, that's how you like literally beat the boss. There was like 3-4 phases to it, which was kind of insane. But I did beat it after like, you know, I'd say 20 save states. But yeah, like I said, the boss was like really super hard. So I'm gonna be doing the sword side quest where you can upgrade your sword to level 2. I forgot the name of it exactly, but it'll probably come back to me eventually after the show. But I'm making a lot of good progress, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna try to 100% that before I go on to Oracle of Seasons. But that is just me. But Ice is actually here though, but I don't know where she's at currently.
I've been sitting here listening to Dribble.
Oh, you've just been listening in this whole time. 15 minutes in, and you're just... Thank God I summoned her, because otherwise I'd probably feel bad about forgetting about she was on the show. So, what's going on with you, Ice? How you doing?
Same old, man.
Same old. You're practicing Dead of the Night. We're trying to get you on the BO4 grind. You've been studying hours and hours of practice.
I haven't slept all damn night, all damn day.
You got the energy drinks. You got the monsters. You're ready to go.
Had them. They're gone.
Yeah, they're all gone. So now you just need what do you call those, like 5-hour energies? I actually tried that. Oh my god. Like true story. I actually tried that before.
I've tried tweaking 5-hour energies.
I did not like the taste of it. Like, I stayed awake for like 10 hours extra, but I was just like, whoa, yeah, I did not like the taste of it at all.
Me, personally, they just didn't work for me at all. The taste didn't work. Like, I went to sleep after drinking one of those things. I wasn't even jittery, nothing. It just wasn't working.
Yeah, like, I mean, it helped me stay awake, though, which is kind of sad to say. I think G Fuel kind of helped me a lot. Concentrate a lot more way back when than
They should advertise you on you. They should sponsor you.
Well, you need like, I don't know, like 100,000 like followers. 100,000 followers.
Free advertisement.
100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, it's insane. It's honestly insane how you got to have a certain number of subscribers and followers.
G-Fuel flavor.
Hashtag follow.
Breath of freshness, like a green mint tea. Oh.
Actually, I think green apple is probably the only one I've tried, and that's probably like my favorite one.
That's just his favorite flavor was Breath of the Wild or something like that.
Breath of freshness.
Breath of freshness. That's gonna be the Zelda G Fuel flavor. Breath of freshness.
Yes.
Berry breath. Strawberry breath. I don't know. Like sounds like
we getting the first to order those. I can know right now.
That sounds like a mint and gum flavor instead of a G Fuel drink. It honestly does, for real. But okay, so let's get on to some gaming news. Like I said, I know not much happened this week, but we're gonna try to make the most of it. But I did kind of catch a little bit on Twitter of the Ubisoft Forward, I guess the direct presentation that they had. But, like, apart from, like, a couple of stuff that happened, not really much happened. Did you guys see any of that? The Ubisoft?
No. Ubi what?
Yeah. I knew that was coming, Matt. Yeah, because everybody was saying, like, it was just, like, not really worth watching. And it was just like a certain other event that happened Friday, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. But
the direct from Pokemon?
No, not that. We're talking about something else, though. You're
worse than that? Oof.
Well, you're getting close to that ballpark. We'll touch up on that shortly. Okay. But yeah, because I saw people were like reacting to it. I mean, there were some people that were excited over some games. All those games. I mean, I like Ubisoft. Don't get me wrong. You know, as the company, obviously with Uno. Uno was the one, with Rabbids and all the cards. We need to play Uno again. That's definitely like something on my list that I have to re-download. Do I have that? I think I might still have that on my.
Just repaired our friendship, Kyle. We can't ruin it again. Come on.
Or in Dan the Man's words, get Monopoly, man. I buy Monopoly, but I buy it on Nintendo Switch. Just to piss Dan off. Oh, how evil would I be for that? Oh my god. Like, how much of a monster would I be if I just say, hey Dan, I bought Monopoly. Did you read? Nope, but I bought it for Nintendo Switch. He's like, you motherfucker. Just be that monster and just, like, completely troll him. But yeah, like I said... oh, I mean, I can pull that off if I wanted to. But, like I said, the whole Ubisoft thing was kind of a letdown, the way forward. I mean, there was a couple of things that were kind of exciting, and I'll touch up on the games that are, like, coming, like, release dates, I guess, from what I've seen. But I think the one that stood out, though, as I mentioned, the Far Cry 6 trailer. Yes, Far Cry 6. They revealed their villain, Anton Castillo, and it's gonna... The actor Giancarlo Esposito is going to be voicing him. And for those who don't know, Far Cry 6's initial trailer revealed that, the Breaking Bad and Mandalorian actor, like I said, we just mentioned, we will play Anton Castillo, a dictator in the small fictional island nation Yara. And the game, published by Ubisoft, as I mentioned before, is slated for release on February 18th, 2021. So that is confirmed. Far Cry 6, 2021, February 18th. So that is confirmed. You guys gonna try to get it? Like, maybe, like, test it out for a little bit?
Is it free 99?
Free 99?
If it's free, it's for me. If it ain't, then I don't know.
Yeah, but what do you guys think? What do you guys think of the whole setup that they've gotten for, at least for this game, though? Do you think it's they're taking the story, like, to the extreme a little bit? Like, I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Are they making too much games? This Far Cry 6, is this too much? Or is it, like, just keep it going?
I mean,
some say it was a far cry from what the original.
Jeez.
Like, I like Far Cry Primal, that was pretty good. But I don't know, if it's like, it depends on the storyline for the game to me.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I've never played any of the series. They look good. I've seen gameplays, of it from certain people, but not really my cup of tea. But I mean, there's a lot of people, but that will definitely play it. And I think another one that I actually mentioned was I think they had a actual reveal trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think. Let me check this real quick. I think they mentioned this during the whole Ubisoft whatchamacallit presentation, so I want to take a look at that. Like I said, I wasn't caught up too much. I was playing Overwatch earlier with Brother Goofy. I didn't stream that because I wanted to save this stream for obviously the podcast, so that way I can not, like, see, every time I try to stream twice, like, on the same day, like, my notifications end up, like, going bonkers. So that's why I only did one stream today. I don't know. Maybe sometimes I might stream Sundays every so often, like with Overwatch, but as of right now, it's just, yeah, that's why I'm just kind of limiting it to at least one stream. So I just wanted to save that, but yeah, they did have a premiere on that. I haven't seen too much of it. I could probably tell it looks insane. So I'll definitely, I'll probably take, like, my review thoughts on it on Twitter, and I'll, like, post something. So it's like, I haven't really seen too much of it, but like I said, they did touch up on that, and I do want, like I said, I would definitely be excited to, like, see, like, some footage over, like, the actual reveal trailer. So Matt, I know you'll be excited for that too. So
sorry, it's just playing Alex. Yes, very excited. Once Alex leaves me alone, let me talk to my friends.
Maybe Alex wants to be on.
Alex, you want to say hi real quick?
No?
Okay, bye.
Oh, yeah, the one time he's on record, he's like, he doesn't want to say hi. Nope. Well, when I'm not recording, yeah. I'm nervous, Daddy. Poor Alex. But I think I touched up on this a while back. Like, the only Assassin's Creed game I've ever played was the Assassin's Creed 3. There he is.
You just sneaks when you're talking, jeez.
Yeah, but like I said, the only Alex made me mess up. But the only Assassin's Creed game I've ever played was Assassin's Creed 3, which obviously War of 1812, and I don't know why I liked studying up on that war so much, but I guess it was the start of the Americana. I guess I'm saying it right, but
Americana.
Yeah, I don't know why I like those sort of stories, honestly, but just like history stories. I mean, I know it kind of bores a lot of people, but I don't know. I actually enjoyed that, and putting that into Assassin's Creed. I think it was on. I think they dropped a game for it on the an IP port for the Nintendo Switch. I remember that being on there.
That's the Ezio Auditore story, right?
No, that's Connor. That's Connor. He was a Native American.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he was kind of a weak assassin, honestly. He was more like a whiner, honestly. He's like the Tobey Maguire of Assassin's Creed. He just whines too much.
I loved his abilities, though. His combat mechanics were insane, though. Even his dad was kind of like a. You played as a.
Cool.
Well, I mean, he was kind of like the same. Well, they both had like a same combat mechanics. Yeah. That you played as the beginning, but ended up being the antagonist. You play as the antagonist, and then later on, that was kind of a cool little twist for the game.
What game does that sound like? The one that tanked really bad with their storyline? Yeah, that one. Little did they know, she was the antagonist the entire time.
But here's my thing, though. I mean, the story, like, the ending was kind of like a big letdown for me, honestly. I didn't really like the ending for it. But the DLC, though, Penguin and I, we mentioned this, like, a few episodes back. I think the DLC was actually what made that game actually pretty damn cool. Like, the tyranny of King Washington. Like, it would have taken you back, like, if, the Americana was different. Like, if George Washington became a king instead of just a president. He had all this power next to him, and that was actually one of the coolest DLCs I've seen in a long time. But yeah, it's just all about like living in an alternate universe where like the British people help like all the people that want to stand up against King Washington, which is kind of a neat little twist.
Is it the last one you played? Was 3?
Yeah, no, that's the only one I played. Was 3.
Oh wow,
that's the only one.
The first one, the game mechanics though, like the gameplay mechanics were very limited at the time, so like you playing as the assassin was kind of annoying.
It was still good though. I still enjoyed it.
The free world roaming on 2, and I think of all the ones you go into, Ezio's story is probably the most rewarding to watch, just to see his journey. I'm kind of disappointed, like the exterior portion of it, like the modern day assassins, Desmond, Miles, that they didn't really expand upon his story. They kind of said, "Oh, he's dead," and I'm like, that's because you probably couldn't spend the money to get the freaking voice actor to come back. It's kind of disappointing, actually.
I think my favorite.
I was really curious to see that.
I think majority of everybody didn't really like this part, like what they did with like the sea missions and the boat missions. I enjoyed the boat missions on Assassin's Creed 3.
It takes a little getting used to.
Yeah, it took a bit once.
Better on Black Flag.
Yeah, that's why I heard Black Flag was a lot better though.
Yeah,
but
that
way better.
That was my favorite one out of all of them. Like,
I
not
heard
only were you
ships
assassin, but you were a pirate, and you
Yeah.
had a crew. You had Blackbeard, the kid, and I was like, dude, that was so much fun. So much history in that thing.
When's the last time you get to plunder and assassinate people at the same time? Like, good lord, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I think I stopped playing the Assassin's Creed franchise when Syndicate came out. Once Syndicate came out, I was kind of like, I'm not really digging this right now. So
yeah, you're just like, I mean, it'll go like on the backlog shelf. Like, I'll play it when I can.
I really want to try the one that has Greek mythology in it, though. That one I might want to try, just because I'm a really big Greek mythology nut.
Oh, same. Yes, I agree.
As you know from me, excited about that. The one Greek map on Black Ops 4 that they had, and I was super stoked about it. Like, let's play it! I love this.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you think I love God of War so much? Because I love Greek mythology.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like with the different Assassin's Creed games is you have to start back over to where you're not an assassin. You have to relearn everything that you've already mastered in the other games.
I think there's a purpose behind it, though. I think it's for people that just, like, for the first time are playing the game, they don't understand the mechanics, and so they have to kind of learn on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was adding a new technique or ability, I wouldn't mind it so much, but when it's like you're really not adding anything new, it's just, oh, we're going to teach you how to be assassin again. We're going to teach you how to be assassin again. It's like every Batman or Spider-Man movie. We're going to show you his origin again.
Like Batman Arkham Origins, we'll show you it again and again and again and again.
This Spider-Man game, though, you didn't have to like worry about the whole origins. You just pick up collectibles and they would explain his past. Like, it was really nice. Nice, refreshing take on it.
The only thing, like, dealing with his origin in that one is where I guess he really talks about is, if I remember correctly, is you actually go to Uncle Ben's gravesite and he talks to him.
Yeah. Oh, wait, in the Marvel Spider-Man?
Yeah. You can actually go to the churchyard and go to Uncle Ben's grave.
I haven't done it yet. I gotta try that soon. Thank you for that, Penguin.
I mean, like, Uncle Ben doesn't actually show up. You just hear
No,
him, like,
no,
hey,
of course.
Uncle Ben,
Spoilers.
just, you know. Yeah,
Well,
I
I wouldn't say spoilers. It's like a Penguin said. It's
Everybody
more of
knows
a.
yeah, I didn't even know until I was wandering around that area. I was trying to, I forgot what I was looking for. It was one of the things you had to find, and I ran across. Oh, I was like, oh, that says Uncle Ben, and it gave me a prompt to help. And he's like, hey, Uncle Ben, how's your day been? Mine's been kind of crazy, or something like that. I was like, damn.
If you think it's crazy over here, you should see what it's like down here. But yeah, nothing really much to talk about with the at least the Ubisoft thing. Otherwise, it was a big letdown other than those two games. But moving on, Paper Mario: The Origami King. They actually had a direct for it Friday, which I actually saw like the first 30 minutes of the actual gameplay. And I'll just say right now, the mechanics, the art design, pretty much everything about that game looks so beautiful. Like, the animation is just amazing. And storyline, it kind of has the interesting storyline where Princess Peach, well, I'm not going to go too much into detail with the story, but the Origami King takes over the Mushroom Kingdom, or like a paper-sized version of it. And basically, he just wraps the castle around in like red, yellow streams of actual origami paper. It's actually kind of a cool way how he captured the castle and all that. But there were some mechanics that I did, and I don't know if any of you saw this, but I noticed when they were doing the whole, you covered up the certain holes with confetti to actually progress forward into the area, the open world. I thought that was actually kind of cool, though. I feel like, honestly, like everybody's gonna be buying Paper Mario Origami King hands down, just because, number one, it's a Mario game, and two, just because Paper Mario just had a huge success like way back in the past, obviously now to today, basically, with that being the first ever Nintendo Switch game. I feel like in a sense that I feel like the game will probably be up. I'm not going to say go too much. I'm not going to try to hype this up too much, but I feel it's going to be, I would say, definitely an 8.5 out of 10 for sure. Like maybe like somewhere like mid, high 8s, somewhere around there. It'll definitely be like a family game, so everybody can play it. So I don't know if any of you guys caught it, like Ice, Matt, or Penguin. I don't know if you guys caught the gameplay of it, but if you guys don't want to see the spoilers, but then that's fine. But they actually did show I noticed that they did show like a part of the mini boss, like not mini boss, but an actual boss fight, but they didn't show it all the way due to spoilers, which that kind of sets the tone. Like, they don't want to show you like the whole entire strategy just to tell you how to beat the first boss of the entire game. But yeah, like I said, I just feel like, honestly, it's the gameplay, the design of it's just, I'm not gonna get it, day one. I'll definitely get it and play it like somewhere down the line, put it on the backlog somewhere. But as of right now, I mean, I got like other games to worry about, just like to beat and complete and all that. Which, like I said, it's super exciting. I'm actually pretty excited for that. So, did you guys catch it at all? Like, did you see the the first few minutes of the gameplay?
No, I didn't actually.
Yeah, it's actually on YouTube. You should definitely check that out because it's so colorful and it's so beautiful. Yeah, so I would, yeah, like I said, you would definitely want to check those out. But on that note, actually, Nintendo did drop something else. We'll get to the one that they dropped here in a little bit. But they actually announced some new stuff for the Nintendo Switch Online stuff. That when you pay like a certain amount of money for like $20 a year, you can actually play some free Super Nintendo and Nintendo games. So they actually just they actually did drop a bombshell that Donkey Kong Country is going to be on, the Super Nintendo app for Nintendo Switch Online. So that, I feel that should have been on there a long time ago, but it never was until like just recently. And if you feel like that's going to be on there, then they might have some hope that they'll put Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3 on there, which I haven't really played too much of a Donkey Kong platform, except, Donkey Kong Land was the only one I've ever played, and of course the original Donkey Kong that was kind of like remade on the Game Boy with like extra levels and all that, where you got your Mario and you gotta save Paulie and all that jazz. But Donkey Kong 64 though was probably like my most imaginable, but it wasn't 2D, it was more of a 3D game on Nintendo 64, but that was like probably like my favorite Donkey Kong anything, ever. But I think they announced 2 other games, but I want to let me see if what they did announce that. I forgot what the other 2 games were, though, so I gotta go look this up here real quick. Which, I know there was a wrestling game. I forgot what the name of the wrestling game was. I think that was on the NES, I think? I gotta go back up here and look. So, there is that. So, any of you guys ever played Donkey Kong platformers? Like Donkey Kong Country?
Yeah,
Penguin, yeah, I was gonna say, Penguin, you're more the classic guy, so you're kind of like, you're more of the 2D platformer person than Matt is.
Yep.
But
I grew up with like the original Nintendo Donkey Kong and original Mario and stuff like that, where you had to climb the thing to get to him and knock him off so you could save the princess type deal.
So yeah,
Donkey Kong Country was pretty good.
Everybody liked 2 and 3 more. Yeah, 2 and 3 were probably like the more iconic though, from what everybody's saying.
I enjoyed, but I don't know why it's like calling it Donkey Kong Country, but you didn't really play as Donkey Kong. You played as his 2 little sidekicks trying to save him the whole game.
Oh yeah, Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. Yeah, I remember that. I haven't played it, but I remember the names.
Yeah. So, I mean, Dixie actually I like one of her techniques where, because I guess her ponytail or something, she could spin and be like a helicopter.
Oh, yeah, because I remember Tiny Kong had in Donkey Kong 64 had like the similar trait too, so.
Yeah, so that was actually kind of a cool little add-on feature for if you played as her, you could actually helicopter across instead of having to try and jump or something.
Yeah, so it's like his little ponytail. I remember, like, in Donkey Kong 64, it was like something similar, but you had to grab it. You had like a cranky potion in order to do that. Yeah. So it was like we drink the potions, you get like certain abilities. Okay, so the other game I was mentioning, the wrestling game, as soon as I could pop this up right here, was Natsumi Championship Wrestling, and I think that was on the Super Nintendo also. So it's like a wrestling game. This would probably be like right up Matt's alley, like way back when. But
Super Nintendo?
Yeah, it's called Natsumi Championship Wrestling. I mean, it was like it was more of a I think it was more of a third party thing than anything else. And I think
remember that.
And I think the on the NES app, see the Immortal was the one that was announced on the NES app, if I remember, you guys. So I just gotta pop this up. Yep. So yeah, Natsumi Championship Wrestling, the Immortal, and Donkey Kong Country will all be added to Nintendo Online. So you guys definitely you can check those out if you want to, if you're into those sorts of. I know everybody's gonna be on that Donkey Kong Country grind because there's a lot of people that say they love that game. It's one of their favorite games of all time. But I'm definitely gonna play it though. Like, I've never really played the country. I played Land, which if you guys don't remember Donkey Kong Land, there was a yellow Game Boy cartridge for it. I think I might still have that somewhere in my room, which is like his collector's dust. But like, and like I said, it was like a little yellow cartridge, and it was for the old school Game Boy, so it was not like, you know, Game Boy Color or anything. I mean, you could probably play it on Game Boy Color, but it was more for the Game Boy, and it was a 2D platformer too, which I did enjoy. I'm all right at platformers at times, and I'll throw that out there at times where I'm okay. But at some points, like, people have it easier nowadays, where, like, especially like on really hard Super Nintendo games, where if you mess up on something, it's like, you know, Super Mario World 2, you know, Yoshi's Island, which I did beat, you know, recently. Thanks to a friend, I did beat Yoshi's Island, you know, Super Mario World 2. Really fun game. Yep. I did enjoy the game. It was actually really, really cool and challenging. But, like I said, if you enjoy platformers, like I said, go check out Donkey Kong Country. And I believe they're going to get dropped, I think, on the 15th of July. So all 3 games are going to be dropped on then. So it is going to get dropped this week. And Paper Mario will be also this week on Friday, 17th. So definitely go check that out as well. And speaking of the Nintendo event, they actually said that Way Forward, I don't really know much about this company, as I mentioned earlier, but they were talking about a third-party game that was going to be announced. They were kind of like hyping it up along with, you know, the Paper Mario trailer, saying like, oh, what's it gonna be? You know, obviously everybody's saying WarioWare, they were saying Shantae, they were saying like all those games that were like super duper popular. And guess what game they announced with? So everybody was basically this is kind of funny because it went from like 120,000, and then after the game's release got dropped, 50 to 60, like half the people left the chat because they were just like, what? When this game dropped. Like, I swear to God, Penguin may know, since he's more in the anime thing than everybody else is, but get ready for this game, people. This is just like a WTF game right here. So the game that they announced, WayForward did announce this game. So the game is called Bakugan Champions of Vestoria. Like, Bakugan out of all things. Like, I don't know much about this, like, you know, series. I know there's, like, I think the younger generation might know. But I think, if I remember seeing it correctly, like, that series came out, like, go like a little history lesson here real quick. That came out in, I think, if I remember, I'm looking at it right now, it's, yeah, 2007. And to be honest, like, that, I was, like, just, like, graduating from high school, so I was, like, you know, out of that, but Bakugan out of all things, and everybody was just like, nope, I'm leaving the chat, goodbye, this is not what I wanted to see. But I think at the same time, it's more for the younger audience. I mean, I didn't hate the announcement, I just felt like they could have, like, put that announcement, like, you know, in another, like, mini direct, like, direct mini sort of thing, which, like I said, you put that, like, maybe in a, you know, certain category, and then maybe that's fine. But just to hype it up just for that, though, that's why I can, and it kind of goes to show for, you know, same thing with Pokemon Unite. People get upset over, you know, like, raising their expectations, and this is why I always say, reduce your expectations to 0, people. Exactly. But at the same time, it's just, the kids will be happy for it. If you like the sort of thing, hey, more power to them. But it's just, like I said, this was just like an out-of-the-blue WTF announcement. I don't know if you guys caught this on a YouTube, but Penguin, I don't know if you've, like I said, I don't know if you've seen it, but it was definitely a WTF moment, at least for me. But I mean, I didn't mind it, but at the same time, it was more like, yeah, everybody just like zoned out of it. People were so upset.
I really never got into Bakugan, so I could probably see why nobody wanted it.
Well, I mean, the younger kids, like the younger generation, obviously, they'll definitely, like, 100% will try it out, though. I mean, I can understand where Nintendo was trying to go with this, like, from a media market standpoint, they wanted to get more people in, like, oh, hey, your favorite series, it's going to be on a Nintendo game. They're going to try to get more people in, like, you know, they're trying to get some new viewers in, and sometimes most of the OG viewers, well, I wouldn't say OG, but like a lot of Nintendo fans, they can be super toxic. And to be honest, like, sometimes they just don't want new people in there because they'll completely just zone out. They'll have, like, you know, an internet war or these sort of things, and it's just, why can't we all just get along? I mean, like I said, it's perfectly fine. Like, if you like the game, you know, cool. I don't mind it. I'm not into it personally, but, like, you know, hey, more power to you if you want to play it. But, and again, I understand where Nintendo was going with this, trying to bring new people in, like try to, like, expand their audience in a way. But I just felt like, you know, it just, like, completely blew up in their face again. Especially, you know, like I said, you know, with the Pokemon Unite, they dropped the announcement for a while back with Pokemon, the Pokemon company. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate the credit, but like I said, it just blows up in their face. Like, I feel so bad for them. Even Way Forward, even though I do, like, some people have said to me on Twitter, this is what Way Forward is. You know, they made, like, Sega Genesis games, like, going back to way back when, because I did own a Sega Genesis, true story, but I don't know. But like I said, it was just kind of a big letdowner. Like, I'm kind of like 60% let down, and then 40% of me is just kind of like, you know, hey, if you like it, you know, more power to you. Maybe Alex could like that game. I don't know. Matt, what do you think? Do you think he would play that? Do you think he would play that, honestly?
He can't focus fast enough to do that. I don't know if that would ever happen, honestly.
Somebody, now that when I saw the gameplay for it, Penguin might agree with me on this. It looked exactly like Digimon. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the design, the battle phases, and everything. That's effing Digimon right there. But yeah, Penguin knows though. He'll know.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say that's exactly what it was, but I don't know. I gotta check the like and dislike trailer for... Okay, so it wasn't as bad, though, like I said, for Nintendo. I mean, the dislikes did kind of increase a little bit, but it wasn't, like, as bad as the Pokemon Unite trailer, which it was just like, oh my god, it's up to, like, oh, I don't know, like 200,000 dislikes, somewhere around there. Like, really big number, somewhere in that vicinity. I gotta check how many dislikes it has now. So let me go to what was it called? Pokemon Presents. I gotta look this up real quick. I gotta look this up. I gotta see how bad this was. So yeah, I'm trying to see how many dislikes there are. So I it's not even up. It's not even in, like, the recommended stuff on YouTube because I think it was so bad. Oh man, I mean, I just feel really, really terrible, honestly, at least for Nintendo's standpoint. Not just Nintendo, but Pokemon, you know, even, yeah, like I said, Nintendo and Pokemon itself. I just feel really bad that they just gotta deal with a lot of this stuff. But,
I mean, they kind of did it to themselves, honestly.
Well, I wouldn't say they did it to themselves. They're trying to, like, combine a couple ideas like League of Legends but Pokemon and all that, and I don't know, it just, the audience just wasn't there. I mean, it's a cool, like Austin John Plays said, like, in one of his videos, cool concept, but it was a bad delivery. That's all it was.
Hey, sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's I mean, like I said, it was just like the whole thing, you know, like with Nintendo's, you know, with the whole Bakugan BS. It's just, okay, it's a nice concept, but like I said, it's just, you're just really terrible at deliveries nowadays.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just, Nintendo has a way of hyping everybody up just to, like, let them all down, like, in an instant heartbeat. That's, it's just, I feel so bad and terrible, but
I really just hope the Isle of Armor is not in that same breath, though.
Oh no, Isle of Armor is completely different.
Oh no, I'm sorry, not Isle of Armor. I'm talking about Crown Tundra.
Oh no, no, I mean,
Oh.
Crown Tundra is not going to be like that.
I really
It's
hope not.
it's literally it's good. It's the meat of the DLC. Nobody's gonna. It's not gonna be like that. I just don't think so.
We'll riot in the streets.
I will be shocked if it's the DLC is that terrible.
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
think,
super shocked.
Yeah, if they screw up this DLC, they're good luck getting the fan base back.
Well,
good luck.
yeah, I mean
Learn
it's
from
unlikely. It's unlikely gonna like. I don't think it'll happen though, but you're gonna bring in like legendary Pokemon into the game from like past generations. You'll even catch them in raids. You're gonna catch the new Reggies in there. You'll have a storyline that involves a legendary Pokemon. Yeah, that's where the whole meat of the DLC comes in. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be. It's gonna be very, very great. I don't think it's gonna be terrible at all. I feel like the story will hype up the game itself. But if it does happen, though, then yeah, I'll probably like sell the game or something. Just like quit Pokemon for good. But anyways, yeah, enough of the negativity, sad thoughts. So I want to let me see if I actually brought this up here because there were some game release dates that they dropped here on Twitter from the Game Awards Twitter channel. I want to touch up here. I had it, then I actually lost it, so I'm gonna try to get that back up here really, really fast. But let me take a look here because I know I had it, but then okay, here we go. Let me just go to their Twitter page because I know I had it up there, and all of a sudden, there it goes, just leaving again.
Oopsie daisy.
All right, here we go. Here it is, right here. So they just dropped this an hour ago, which kind of have some exciting stuff, especially for the October and November side. So, October 2nd, 2 games are being released on that day, which is kind of like pretty cool and exciting at the same time. So, Crash Bandicoot 4 is going to be released, and also Star Wars Squadrons will also be, released at the same time on, I think it's just PlayStation 4, I think. I don't know if it's on Xbox. I don't recall if it was Star Wars Squadrons was on Xbox. But PS4 is supposed to be at least Crash Bandicoot. I know that because Crash is PlayStation exclusive. So October 29th, Watch Dogs Legion will be released on that day also, 2020. And November 17th, we were discussing Assassin's Creed Valhalla, so that's going to be on November 17th of this year. And then 2 days after that, the big one is Cyberpunk 2077. That's going to be released 2 days later after Assassin's Creed. So they're going to be like released on the same week, which is insane.
Jeez.
So are you guys getting in any of these games? So having, thoughts on your guys' backlog? So, Matt, I'll start with you, man. What game piques your interest?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Just playing as a Viking actually piques my interest. I mean, I don't have any, origins from 23andMe to any of the Vikings back in the day. But, I mean, just playing as a Viking by itself, I mean, my favorite football team is the Vikings, so...
Hey,
it's very interesting to see that take on it.
Very fitting.
Yeah. Skulling all the way to the end of the game, hopefully. But I'm interested to get back in the game. Hopefully the concept is a lot better than Syndicate was, at least personally for me.
Mm-hmm.
To get me back into the origins of what made Assassin's Creed really fun. Storyline plus incredible gameplay. And hopefully for Penguin, he doesn't have to build up his skills again to learn what he knows.
I mean, that's definitely like, you don't want to be like a Call of Duty thing where you gotta gain the level up and all that. But speaking of Penguin, what are you excited for?
I mean, I might still give the Viking one because if you look at the Norse mythology, it's very similar to Greek mythology, so I think it'll be kind of a cool game to see what they do on it. And of course the Donkey Kong one, and the others I'm just probably going to have to rent and see what happens, if I like them or not, versus spend the money and then like, oh, I hate this game and I have to take it back.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so out of my interests, I'll discuss that really quick. So I've always been a sucker for Star Wars games. I don't know why. Like I've played like majority of almost every single Star Wars game, to existence, including the EA Battlefront 1 and 2. Like I said, it's super fun. I enjoy those games, but it's not like the OG Battlefront 1 and 2 for PlayStation 2. So it's, like I said, still super fun. I might definitely try Star Wars Squadrons, because I am kind of like, I love Star Wars video games, like going back to from Rogue Squadron all the way to basically today. And I maybe I might take a look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, just because I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game, as I mentioned before, since I believe Assassin's Creed number 3 was like I said earlier, which I know I'm overdue to play one. Maybe one day I'll definitely have to like check that out and put that on my backlog somewhere around there.
Story, man. I'm telling you, it's a really good rewarding one.
I'll definitely have to keep that in mind. But as for Cyberpunk, the graphics look great and amazing. I don't know if I would want to get into it though. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something I would play. It might be just me. This is just like a really hot take on it, like an unpopular opinion, but that's basically just me. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. That's just my opinion on it.
My backlog, I know that.
I mean, the game looks great. It looks amazing. But I don't know.
Keanu Reeves, of course, it looks great.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely insane. Oh
yeah.
It doesn't really excite me as I want to make it exciting. Like I would want to be, but I just can't get excited for it for some reason. Unless you really convince me to play it, then maybe I might. But I don't know.
Hashtag pay the pug.
It's like, here, you need to play this. I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, like I said, I'll definitely have to look at all those games when I can. But one thing I do need though, oh man, little off topic. Everybody's telling me to get a Pro controller for a Nintendo Switch, and I actually might invest, maybe get it for maybe a birthday present for me, and which is kind of little off topic. I want to, on the birthday side, like I said, my birthday is less than a month, so, and which is funny because my mom's birthday is Mama Pug's birthday. Her birthday is on the 9th of August, so my birthday is basically 3 days earlier before her birthday is, which is and she was telling me that it was kind of funny. She was like, oh, I didn't want you sharing the same birthday as you, so I'm glad you got your own birthday. Because could you imagine me sharing a birthday with my own mother? That would have been quite the interesting situation. We'll get each other gifts on our birthday. I'm just like, oh shit. But yeah, so I'm thinking about maybe getting a Nintendo Switch Pro controller for myself, and I did promise my own mom, like I said, I would get her something for her birthday. So you know what it is. She's giving me the thumbs up. So yeah, so I'm getting her Animal Crossing Tom Nook mug for her birthday. She saw me play Animal Crossing, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Tom Nook. He owns everything. And I'm just like, oh, I like him. He's so cute, and he looks tired. And she just loves the character. Yeah, he definitely looks tired though. I'm actually serious, because if you see the character's eyes, he looks like he's about ready to fall asleep. He's just sitting at his work. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna look online, see if they got their Tom Nook mugs. I promised her that once everything is kind of settled into place, all that jazz. But yeah, I mean, I feel like she likes the character. I mean, why not? We'll have matching video game mugs for the first time ever, and I can kind of tell here because if you guys see, I have my own Zelda Ocarina of Time mug that I am currently drinking tea out of right now. So one of my favorite franchises of Nintendo of all time. So, and I am playing a Zelda game on my backlog. So, cheers to that. Okay, but yeah, that was just a little off-topic story I wanted to mention here before we move on. But as we mentioned, we're going to transition to Matt's favorite thing of all time, baseball. We're gonna discuss that Kenley Jansen's a little bit better after the positive coronavirus test, and I have an article up here I actually do want to talk about here because this was actually dropped here an hour ago. So he tested positive for the coronavirus, but is recovered and participated in training camp, which is kind of risky, because obviously the coronavirus, he could be a carrier. So this is why I'm kind of concerned a little bit, because I don't want him affecting the whole other team, like the other team members on the Dodgers. Obviously, that would be kind of painful. So, and Jansen said his young son was the first member of the family to test positive, but everyone in his household has basically recovered from it. And this is what Kenley Jansen said, and I quote, "It is real. Everyone in the world, take it serious. Wear your mask at all times if you can, because trust me, it happens so fast. Once my son got it, I've seen how fast it can spread. We try to do everything, but we all got it in the house." Unquote. No truer words have been said. He is right away, and especially with his heart condition too. He had a coronavirus. He was tested positive, plus his heart condition. That's not a good sign. Like, I'm concerned for the man. He's one of the best closers we've had in a long time, but I'm really concerned for him. Like, I think he should. This is just me talking. I think he should just sit out for the entire 2020 season, like, for the risk of his health. What do you think?
That is not a bad idea, honestly. I mean, it's one of those other people that we were discussing last podcast that if they have a serious condition or they're just in fear for like they were saying for Trout as example with he's expecting his first child. And the people that have like health conditions too, you can't fault them for wanting to do it, and that's probably the smartest thing to do. And I'm pretty sure Dodger fans, educated Dodger fans,
educated,
will not be pissed off at the man for taking the year off. But I mean, it's not like you got the Giants to worry about, because I mean their all-star catcher is opting out too. So Posey's opting out of the season as well. So I mean, why not? A lot of stars are doing it. They're being smart. And Kenley Jansen especially, it's like, man, he's not just because he's a player, or he's not just a husband, he's a father too. So he's got to think about someone other than himself. And I don't think that
because his young son, as I mentioned, he was the one that caught it first, and then it just like completely spread.
Well, it's going to spread when you're closed indoors with each other more than it will be if you're outside.
Yeah, because if you're indoors, then it just like spreads very, very fast, unlike when you're outside, like wearing your mask and all that, which because
that's like where everybody's trying to figure out what was going on in New York, where they were just like climaxing with all these. I was like, y'all do realize that majority of New York is apartment and condo complexes. They share the same air. If one has it, the entire building's going to get it. Yeah,
and that kind of goes to show, like, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of New York, like living there wise. Maybe vacation, like maybe I might consider it, but I wouldn't want to live over there with their like situation, and just like paying, like, wasn't it like a payment to like get into the state, if I remember correctly? It was like something ridiculous, like in the subways or something. I remember my old man was saying this a long time ago.
If you take the subway from Jersey to there is like a extra payment because it has to go across water or something like that. I forgot what it is.
Yeah, I mean, there was a water payment, there was a subway payment. It's just like, just to pay to get into the state, like, what was it, $20, $30? I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that.
And even on the roads, I think, like, even the roads is like a toll road or something like that.
Yeah, like toll roads, even like Stadium Park, if you're trying to get into, like, you know, what was it? Yeah, like Yankee Stadium, or, you know, like any other baseball stadium over there, like on the East Coast. It's like, somebody mentioned about the, you know, what was the ballpark the Phillies played at? I don't remember what it was called. Matt might know.
Citizens Bank?
Yeah, Citizens Bank. Yeah, what was it, like $50 just to park, or $30? Who would pay for parking like that? I mean, Dodger Stadium's even like way worse in that category. Maybe like kind of like, you know, borderline.
Well, you stop and think, like, they came out one time and a couple years ago before all this stuff, and even baseball, football, even hockey we're trying to figure out what we can do to help get more people to come to the games. And one guy said, "Quit making us pay for parking." We pay like $120 for a ticket, and then like, oh, here's $50 for me to park my car too.
Yeah, you paid all that money for a ticket just to pay more for parking, which is just like.
It's like, hey, guy made a point. It's like, don't make us pay for parking unless it's like a VIP parking spot or something.
Yeah, exactly. Just try to get close, but yeah, because I remember I think the last time I went to Dodger Stadium, like their parking, even like the Giants parking, it wasn't really. No, actually, I take that back. The last parking, I think we went to what was the cost of the Safeco parking? Wasn't it like $20 or something? What was it? Hold on, I'm talking to Mama Pug about this. Like, wasn't like $25, $30? Yeah, $25, $30 just to park. Like, yeah, it was a public parking. It was insane. It was like until 11 o'clock at night, so it was like basically $25, $30 just to park. When we went to like a few years ago, go to see the Mariners play the Mets up there, I was taking a few vacation days. I did live stream at that event, so if you, I don't know if I still have it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's there. So we did go to Safeco. I live streamed for like 15 minutes, which was fun. But yeah, the parking for baseball games is just atrocious. It's like nowhere. It's like no matter where you go, it's just like, yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, and it's like it's even worse, like parking and paying for a ticket for NFL, because even if you buy a ticket, the face value of the ticket is quadrupled or whatever, depending on who they're playing at the time or how well the team's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because like first row end zone tickets have face value of $75 to $80.
Mm-hmm.
But depending on who they're playing or how well a team's doing, that can be worth or being sold for $400.
Oh yeah.
And I even asked somebody one time when I paid for it because it was a playoff game and the Panthers were supposed to be going to the playoffs or Super Bowl, but then they totally got their asses kicked by the Cardinals. I even asked the guy, I was like,
that
how
happens.
can you legally do that?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the face value, but you're charging me this. I was like, you do realize how illegal that is? And he said, the problem is that there's some bylaw where they can raise or lower the ticket price to whatever they want to. So even though it has face value, they can raise it to whatever they want just to, get more money out of it. Like,
I mean, they'll do anything. Shit. They'll do anything for the money, honestly.
Yeah, and
as long as it benefits them, and the consumer gets angry.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still probably try and catch one football game in person again eventually, but I'll probably just stick with trying to do a baseball game or something because
here's a fun fact though of apart from I was doing play-by-play for community college football games with of course the man, the myth, the legend, Cowboy Nick, God bless his soul. I have never seen a pro or NCAA college football game live, except for when I did the play-by-play for But yeah, that is a true story. I've never seen one, but college basketball game, UOP, I've seen them in person. I went to to the town south. Obviously, they're in Stockton. Obviously, I watched them play a few games. I did see a Lakers-Kings game back at 2007. That was actually I went to see the Kings twice because LeBron was up there when he was in Cleveland. And wait, what?
What?
Oh yeah. You're right. And then the Lakers were also up there as well with when we started chanting MVP, my brother and I did, and all the Kings fans just started booing us.
True.
But hey, I like the booing though, because the hatred makes me more motivated. Well, not hatred, but when people boo at a stadium, it just motivates me. I don't know why.
What?
I don't know why it does that. It's just weird.
You're crazy, man.
Easy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe people feed off different energy. I don't know. It's just. But when the people start hating, you gotta just appreciate it. Just appreciate it, let it fuel, let it motivate you, just do better. Even cheering too. But baseball games, yeah, like I said, I think it's a bit like a top. I think I've been to more baseball games than anything else though. Like I think baseball, basketball, obviously, like I said, basketball is probably second, and then obviously I've never like been to a football game. Like I've seen what's the Seahawks stadium? I've been around there. Like cuz Safeco and Matt might know.
No, I can't remember at the top of my head.
All right, I'll have to look this up here. So because Safeco and the Seattle Seahawks football stadium, they're like literally right next to each other. So hold on, let me Seahawks stadium. Let me look this up real quick cuz it's kind of bothering me a little bit. I wanted to touch up on this before we CenturyLink Field, that's what it is. The CenturyLink and Safeco are literally right next to each other. Yeah, like literally like right across the street. which you wouldn't normally think that, but it is, that is true. I have been to it. There's one MLS game. Yeah, San Jose, it was the San Jose Clash of the way back when. Now they're the Earthquakes, and then they were playing against the LA Galaxy, and that was, yeah, that was, I think that was in San Jose, wasn't it? Yeah, we went to San Jose for that too, so that was like way back when. But yeah, really fun times. That's my sports experiences, just going in. But anything else you guys want to add? Because I know we said we were going to have a little shorter show than usual, but anything else you guys want to...
Matt was going to talk about the Friday 13th server.
Oh, yeah, true. You're right. So, Matt, what's been going on with Friday the 13th? Real quick.
What hasn't been going on with them? Oh yeah, nothing, because their servers are garbage.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, I mean, it first started with, you guys experienced it firsthand on your last stream of Friday, which seems like an eternity ago. But then it's I had to look into this. They were saying, server issues, and Marcus was giving his theory on what it was, but, I mean, someone put some on their Discord, or not Discord, sorry, it was their Reddit page. And I'm not sure if this is accurate or not, but it sounds like it's pretty legit. And apparently they're having server issues because somebody decided to do some hacking, and no, it wasn't me that. So it said the statement says that beginning on the 1st of July and continuing over the last 10 days, which is actually not last 10 days.
It's a bit 11. 11.
Yeah. There have been hacking attempts on Friday the 13th affecting the matchmaking, gameplay, and player progression, and I know that for a fact because I played offline and progressed nowhere.
I mean, Penguin and I played a game, a private match. That's the only way to play it nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't progress on there either.
Yeah, well, that is true. I did notice that also.
The tough part is saying we're in the process of conducting our own internal investigation and have engaged in a third-party internal computer forensics company. We're working with our development partners towards preventing further disruptions. These attempts and the harm to our player base constitute a crime. It's a little extreme. So in addition to our other... Yeah, their servers are a crime. Our other efforts above, we
that
will
whole
also
game's
be fully cooperating. The glitches are, yeah. We
Jason's not the real villain. The real villains are the glitches. It's like the movie villain, the actual villain. It's just the glitches in the game.
I mean, Jason kills glitches is what their reporting software is. They said to fully cooperate with any resulting law enforcement, blah, 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 blah. We have not detected any loss or unauthorized access to any personal or financial player information. God, I hope that's not the case. Due to the criminal nature of this intrusion and ongoing investigation as to its origins, we are currently unavailable to share additional information. So that got me thinking, and I saw some comments, and there were about 300 plus comments on their Twitter feed about, we're working on it, and people were freaking losing their minds about saying it's trash, and I actually put a hot take to someone who said Dead by Daylight's better. I put fire take, basically. But the biggest thing that really concerned me, and I know you, me, Marcus, everybody that's played this game before is when are we going to get Savania? When are we going to get the new Jason X? Well, this is something that was really disturbing. So you remember that lawsuit that they had, and they lost the fight?
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
For 2 years.
Yeah, it's never going to happen.
It's been over 2 years, and these douchebags couldn't sit there and go, oh, well, we'll still put it out there because, quite frankly, and this is something I put out there to them, and I looked this up, and there was actually a good source, a lawyer, who literally said that from an article from like 11 months ago, I think this was like 2018, 11 months ago at that time, but this was someone posted it saying, now, where Horror Inc. lawyer Robert Weinman stated that the Victor Miller claim would have no impact on the current game distributed by Gun Media now or in the future. This was 2 years ago they said this. They said this. And we go back to the future here, and Friday the 13th, his Twitter feed actually responded to somebody saying, when are we going to get Jason X? It doesn't affect it. They decided to be cop-outs and say, yes, unfortunately, over 2 years in a suspended state, which is not the case, they were in a suspended state, the lawsuit's over. It's too long to resume development of new content. The team has been focused only on bug fixes, yeah, right, and balancing...
Just to add more bugs.
For those 2 years, yeah.
Jason kills bugs, more like Jason adds bugs.
Jason's got the coronavirus of glitches, basically. You thought it was gone and it spreads more.
Oh, yeah.
But I just find that my take on that is, and I went off on them on Twitter. You feel free to check my. I mean, it wasn't swearing or cursing them out because I enjoy their game, honestly, even with the glitches. And I gave them a piece of my mind. So if you really want to check it out, go on my Twitter feed.
Like if a friend of mine didn't recommend me, like she didn't recommend me to get the game, I probably feel like I would have never made like the greatest friends ever. Like just playing the game. That's just it brings a lot of people together, just having fun and raging.
And including the Democrat-loving Marcus.
Oh my God! You just had to throw that in there. Good God.
But the thing is, though, is that they've been talking about this, and they're claiming that, oh, it's 2 years of a suspended state, and like, no, you have a lawyer telling you it has zero effect on the Gun Media aspect of things. It's the franchise, not the game.
Because if I remember correctly, if everybody remembers, like Jason X appeared in the virtual cabin, like right at the end. Spoiler alert if you haven't played it, but
they made it.
Yeah, they actually made like a real design, like, here, this is going to be coming soon, to all consoles, PC, blah, blah, blah. And it just never happened.
That's actually that was the one that kicked off the suit.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't just Miller, because if I remember correctly, Jason X was made by a completely different movie company, so they had different rights. And, of course, Victor Miller was part of those rights and part of that studio, so that's what kicked off the lawsuit, if I remember correctly. And then you saw it quickly removed, and then you couldn't find it in the cabin again, and then that's what started this. And I think because they're trying to focus on fixing the glitches that they have in their new game, ironically, that whenever somebody calls them out on this and shows them, like, brings up, hey, you had a lawyer said it doesn't affect you, you can still do stuff, you have this and that, they keep coming up with excuses instead of just saying, we don't care anymore. I would much rather you just come out and say, we don't care anymore, and we can move on with our lives, versus you just keep lying to the fan base.
Yeah, you
and that spreads a lot of conspiracy theory with that, too.
Yeah, Marcus has gone off on like an hour diatribe about his feelings about that.
An hour? Double that.
Yeah,
just double.
You do not want to hear his take. He will talk your ear off on that, and we love the guy.
Well, give us the brief version.
Yeah, then it's just like 30 minutes.
It's basically, in a nutshell, what you were saying. It's in summarization. What he's been ranting about is that, stop sitting there and BSing us. We're not stupid people. If you're going to fix the damn thing, then just be honest with us. We can take the truth. Some people can't, but we can. We can take the truth. Why would you sit there and BS the fans about this the entire time? There's no point.
Yeah,
my tweets, like, you can look at my past history. I mean, I have that. It was back July, I think it was, let's see here. I think it was July 11th, maybe? No. Well, one of my tweets, I'll have to look back. I think it had to be, I think it was July 11th, actually. So look it up, my history. That's the one I talked about. But one of the comments I did is real brief. That says, like, it's just one of two, so I won't go off on the entire one. But it says, like, why not get back and finish what you were going to finish with Jason X and the new level and Survivor on Friday and Gun Media? Then you can go back to focusing on the servers and glitches. People still try to support this game, but it's hard when you tap out. And I went off a little bit more, maybe a sentence more, but that's part one of two. But I did a lot of those things. Basically, that's kind of a taste of what I kind of gave.
Which explains my 15 notifications for me when I woke up.
Yeah. Oh, you get notifications
You
when I
went
tweet something?
Yeah, I get notifications. I mean, that's fine though. I mean, that was just kind of funny though, because I got like 20 notifications on Twitter when people tweet us, and 15 of them were from you, just talking about Friday the 13th. It was funny though. I got a good laugh at
now, and then I like how your last was like, "Oh, and one more thing."
And then, oh wait, one more, but wait, there's more.
It's like I ain't done with you yet.
It's like Braun Strowman. I'm not finished with you.
But that reminds me, because I don't know if you remember the Jackie Chan Adventures cartoon, like
A
late
little
90s
bit.
or
A little bit. It was like
His,
2002, kind of like same year as Yugi. But yeah, I kind of I
like,
get what
I can't remember if it was his dad or his granddad in there.
his
but whenever
uncle.
he
I
would-
think it was his uncle.
Yeah, or something like that.
I
whenever he would
I
jump-
remember that too. I
And
can
one
imagine
more
it.
thing.
One more thing.
That was his favorite phrase. He's like, everybody's running.
I
out the door,
remember
"Wait,
that.
One more thing.
I can picture it in my head. That's so.
It was
That's
so
fun.
funny because every time they thought they were done and tried to sneak out, one more thing.
I remember that. That
like a
show.
running
That show
gag
was
of the
pretty
series.
underrated. That was a pretty
It was a
underrated
good
show.
I really enjoyed it.
All right,
You know what
so
I got into last night was The Floor is Lava on Netflix. That actually is pretty entertaining. It's pretty funny too, because I saw this gal who had, I'm not kidding you, she had from like maybe even a foot or two jump from one platform to the other. And you know that little gif you see of a cat that's like perched and ready to just pounce, and he jumps and goes boom, and falls. Like he barely gets like an inch off the ground and falls on his face. That's basically what she did. Like, yeah, you deserve to die in lava. Bye.
jeez. Good God, it's like Holy Moly kind of. With the dragon, I don't know if any of you seen Holy Moly, but that's actually a pretty good show. Also, with Rob Riggle, it's actually probably one of the my favorite shows to watch, at least as of right now. They have some pretty cool, like funny, like stunts they do, like just the I forgot what it was called, where you just like like what do you call it? It's like it was the thing on Zetsubo. I'm trying to like kind of like. I'm pointing at the camera. I know you guys can't see unless you're on my Twitch, but you're like, what do you call those things where you like grab the two handles and you slide down? I'm trying to No, it's like the two handles of the bar and you slide down. And it has like the little the rope is on I'm horrible at describing. Yeah, zip line. Yeah, like kind of like a zip line sort of thing. Yeah, because you zip line towards it, and then you gotta like catch the giant pole. Like you gotta like snag on it, otherwise it's a stroke penalty if you fall in the water. I think it was a season premiere where somebody did that, and when they like hit the pole, they looked like a ragdoll, and they just flew off the other direction into the water, and it was so damn funny because the way he flew literally just made me laugh my ass off. It was just ridiculously funny. But on that note, yeah, like I said, anything else, Matt, or is that pretty much it?
That's pretty much it. We're just kind of in the waiting game, as usual.
Yeah, I mean,
to see if they finally do something with it.
Yeah, it's basically there'll be a waiting game and an end game somewhere around there. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. And if you guys did enjoy on the YouTube side, if you made it this far on the YouTube side, definitely drop that like button and subscribe, and we'll further update. I'm kind of breaking the fourth wall a little bit here on the Twitch side to announce to the YouTube audience, I will be in the works of a dual Overwatch Splatoon montage, so be on the lookout for that. I'm definitely going to be uploading some and downloading some clips. It probably might be my biggest montage yet, because I got 22 of those Splatoon clips and 18 Overwatch clips, so it's going to be insane. I'll definitely put a premiere video for that, so just a little heads up on that update. I'll definitely update when it's about ready to go. I'll probably ask like Chaotic to like work on the thumbnail for that. But anyways, thank you guys so much. And if you guys want to tune in tomorrow, we will have another episode tomorrow. We'll see if we got some more news to talk about, all that jazz. So thank you, Penguin. Thank you, Matt, and also thank you. She kind of like talked a little bit, but I know she's been quiet the entire time, but that's okay. She's got BO4 stuff to work on.
A little bit.
But
it's okay.
There she is.
I've been here the whole time. I just didn't have anything to say.
It's okay. As long as you're here, that's all that matters. But on that note, I'm Kyle the Pug. We'll see you tomorrow. probably like right around the same time, maybe a little bit like 30 minutes later, maybe like 5 o'clock for episode number 9, or not 19, 18, excuse me. So we'll be recording episode 18 tomorrow. So that being said, love you guys. See you next time. Bye.
Hashtag Pugbark.
Hashtag Pugbark. Bye.